Hello. Oh, hat. Hat. Bring it back.
Am I on camera? I'm not. My camera's not on. 1 second.
We can hear your lovely voice, but we cannot see your camera.
Right.
Do I sound okay this time, everyone? Not too
Your
quiet?
audio is much better.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, good.
Oh, I haven't got a hat. It's still in the shed. I'm so underprepared. Very nice. Very nice. Brilliant.
It's going to get hot in here very quickly.
Okay, a couple more minutes, I think. Or shall we get going?
Yeah, you know what? We can get going. Do you, Mike, Brandon, Sophie, do you have the little agenda document up? Do you have your little things ready?
Not yet.
Yes, I do have my things
No.
ready.
I don't.
Because we've got a few little holiday cheer little jokes.
Okay.
Oh, look. There's a horrendous photo of me. Thanks, Turkle. The
Brandon's wrists.
It's blended in. The ghost of Christmas. Are we recording already? Have we started that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, right. Brilliant. And yes, I got the thing.
Okay, perfect. Well, greetings, everyone. It is great to see you all again. I know it's not been very long since our last community call, but we did say we're going to do them more frequently. And just as a reminder for everyone joining us.
What are you getting ready for?
Hello.
Other people?
Oh, there we go. What we're going to be doing in the new year is we're going to be doing one of these calls every month starting from February. We'll still need to figure out the kind of like timings, but in the next year, these calls will be monthly. So with that out of the way, Mike, would you like to kick us off with a little joke?
Oh, a little joke? Oh, I got to do a joke.
Yes.
I didn't realize I had to do a joke.
Yeah, we've got a joke for each person.
Oh, okay.
So,
let's have a look. Is it on the?
On that document at the very top.
At the very top. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Why did Blunderbuster decide against buying a new hat? Anybody? No. He was afraid of capsizing. Oh.
Very good.
Brandon, would you like to give your one a go?
Okay. Where does Sailbait go for a checkup? To the dock.
These are great, Jamie. I love these.
Thank you. They're intended to be quite terrible. Okay.
That's the Christmas spirit.
What is Coracle's least favorite vegetable? Leeks.
Leeks.
Where's the sound effects? Where's the cricket sound effect?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We should get a soundboard.
Wah, wah.
All right. What do you give Sea Monster when they're feeling sick? Some vitamin C.
Yeah. Very good. I'm gonna post this in the chat because I think the spelling is part of it.
Oh yes, good point.
I can actually hear you this week, Sophie, which is a bonus.
Yes, I have made an attempt to sound more alive and.
Yeah. I didn't mean that. I meant I could actually hear your voice. I didn't mean you so dead before, but you know.
Well, sound like I can be heard.
All right. So one of the so first thing, what I wanted to do is something that so we'll just do a little like callback to our last community call, and something that I noticed. Brandon, is Battletabs chess going to be a thing? I saw some discussion happening.
Yeah, so I thought that was a very cool idea. And obviously people were asking about it. And for a very long time we've always wanted to do more with the community. And we always have all these ideas from the community that just sounds really cool. And this is one of them. And I thought it would be a fun little, it's not going to be a little one, but it will be a fun project if we have enough people to take it on and see how far we can go with the idea. And especially, I see a lot of people, like asking questions and the coding on the game development channel, game dev channel. So I thought maybe we'll have enough talent and skills in the community to actually make this happen. And obviously we'll help whenever we can. It's not going to be a main thing for the team, but I think it will be cool if we can just get started and see how far we get with the idea of potentially creating something with the community together.
We haven't discussed this. We probably should discuss this offline. But are we okay with giving the assets out, considering that they are shipped with the game anyway? Like, so the 3D assets.
So it's my thinking, and I forgot to share this with you guys. Sorry, but I was hoping that we get. That there are some really talented artists from the Pixel Arts contest, like some amazing stuff. And I figure we can actually do this in 2D using pixel art in the styles of, not in the style, but like a sort of art inspired by Battletabs, but created by the community. So even the art is like created by the community. So that's my thinking. Kind of like Battlesuit, right? Like it's kind of Battletab ships, but it's Moen's own art. And then it's great that he's open sourced it. Maybe we can just use those, maybe because he's open sourced it. But that's my thinking. I think like in terms of like legal stuff, that's just gonna make life easier if we have the community also do the art, at least for now.
That'd be super cool. So I'm sure we'll continue to talk about it in the Game Dev channel, so keep an eye on that. So what we'll be doing throughout this community call, what we'll be doing is we'll go through the past year that we've had, just kind of go off some highlights, because it's actually been a pretty big year for Gangbusters and Battletabs. Then we'll be doing some community questions. And we'll be doing a little update on the call. So there will be a little deployment of Battletabs.
BBF is like freaking out. Yes, update, I need to go, update now. No, you got to wait. Jamie's got a whole plan. BBF, sorry, buddy.
sorry, BBF. We can't just do it right at this time. And then we'll finish up the call just talking about where Battletabs will be going in 2023, and just a little community corner, just where we highlight a few things like we did last week. So kicking off the past year, and I'll just be posting links in the chat as well to what we're talking about. So at the beginning of, well, sorry, not last year, this year. This year, we had some cool community art, which, I mean, we always do, but in particular, this one from our blog. Let me just copy this URL. Whoops. No. That is just the blog. One second. All right, I will grab that. But what we'll move on to, and I'll post it in just a sec, but right after that, we released Battle Pings. And I was wondering if, Brandon and Mike, you could talk a bit about Battle Pings and maybe how that came about and how you guys feel about it now that it's been out for almost a year.
Jeez. That was our first feature of the year, was it?
That
February.
was
Yeah.
after, I think
After the
after
season.
the season.
So we
That
launched the
was one of the
season in
first.
December,
It's
didn't
either
we?
that,
Yeah.
yeah, and then the season was still going. I think when we
Yeah.
released Battle Pin. Yeah, it's either that or the spectating thing.
BPF forgot that battle pings exist. Yes. Okay. So the idea with battle ping, we actually designed it as a much larger feature. It's actually split into 3 parts. We still have the design is 3 separate parts, and it was supposed to be a much larger feature. But because it was so big, we decided just to pare it down into 3 separate releases. We decided to do the first bit first, and then if that went okay, then we'll do another bit and another bit and another bit. So battle ping in its current form, we know is quite basic. People still use it. Quite a lot. Actually, I haven't got the numbers to hand, but it's like thousands of times a day people use pinging. So I was tempted to remove it as part of the 3D release. I actually didn't do it until like the last second, but then I noticed that people are actually still using it, so it's in again. But we are very much aware that it does need stuff to make it kind of like useful. Well, no, it's still useful, but like make it more exciting, I would say.
The
It was we were still using Trello at that point, if I remember correctly. It seems so long ago now. Wow.
it's in the I guess the startup land. A year is a long time.
Yeah.
But the idea behind the pin was that we've always wanted to add some depth into the game that's more on the sort of psychological side, right? So like we look at things like poker, where a lot of the gameplay is not just on the cards themselves, but on deception in a way. Like how do you pretend, how do you bluff, or how do you do things that are not directly tied to the mechanics of the game, but to the individual players, and then how they're sort of psyching the other player out. And that was the design for Battle Pin, where you can use it to kind of pretend to tell the opponent some information when you're faking it, or you can sort of start having this sort of interesting interactions that are on the sort of psychological level. And I think like Mike said, there were a lot more design that went into it, but we wanted to test it first. And I love it when I see people using it against me, because it just made me feel like, oh, okay, now we're doing this. Now I'm going to do this to try to trick you. But I think I don't think there's a tutorial for it. It's not really obvious what that is. Like we just never got around to like teaching people to use it. But yeah, it's definitely something that we want to. It's this. I think the idea is still solid in that we want to add this kind of gameplay into the game, be it continue expanding on this or come up with another way of doing that. Yeah, but I think that's Battle Pin. I still quite like it when I play.
Cool. Yeah, I've definitely used it a lot myself, hoping to mislead the other into the opponent into thinking they should attack there. And then following that in, I think, and again, my timings might be a little iffy on this, but it should be around March. We had Season 1 tournament winners. And excuse me if I'm mispronouncing it. We had Abdul Wasay, I think, in first, and then Skylar in second, who I think was Flyspec. Not too sure. And you
change their names all the time. It's like so confusing.
And you can relive the tournament as well, because we've got the challenge thing is still active, and you can check it out, and you can also go through the replays, which is really, really cool.
Wait, so all the replays still work with like different rules?
No, there's no way they would still work.
Oh.
All right.
Well, they might, but I don't think.
No, you do.
I think bad things will happen. Now, there's battles. I think those battles even exist beyond 90 days and delete them. So yeah.
Well, you're welcome to give it a shot, everyone. If you want to see if it does work, at least you can see the bracket of like how who fought who and all that.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And after that, we had the launch of BattleTab's Bounties. I was wondering if I could go to Brendan and Mike again, maybe your thoughts around it and how you feel about it now as well.
So the bounty is kind of like an interesting hack in a way, because we wanted to have like challenges and achievements in the game, but we just didn't have the resources to do all these things. So we thought we'll do something that's sort of like outside of the game, but continue to get the community involved. And also, we're very much inspired by all the artwork that people are submitting in the fan art channel. So we thought it would be interesting if people can start. We can set up these bounties and people like can earn gold and gems, but mostly it's just like a fun way of organizing some of these activities. The and because it's not in the game, so we just thought we'll use Discord to organize it. And initially it was just like it's still very kind of like basic in the way we do it. Like it's just a page with some rules and then some links. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. Like we've gotten some really good artwork. We've gotten some really nice music, and we've even had a ship designed by the community through that. And I think it's always like fun to do, and great to see the engagement. Definitely something I want to do more. And I think coming back to like BattleTab's chess, I'm sort of drafting it up into an epic bounty. So that becomes another place where we keep all the information and like a hub of a lot of these community efforts, I suppose.
Cool. Yeah, there's definitely been some cool things coming out of those the bounties that have been posted.
I saw a comment about sorry the delay that the bounties are only on Discord. I think that's a very good point. The Discord server represents a much smaller portion of all the players. And when we have major bounties we'll post in the game, I think I need to do a better job of just like communicating that to the wider community and maybe come up with ways for them to participate, and the people that don't have a Discord account or can't have a Discord account. Because we've gotten feedback emails about that before. Not everyone have access to Discord. Something I need to look into.
Cool. Something I don't have a blog post link for, and I don't know why, but it was when I joined in April. I think it was only part time. So I don't know if we mentioned before, but Mike and I used to work together quite a long time ago now, and we always kept in touch. And that's how we kind of. Oh, thank you very much. And that's because we kept in touch. I spoke to Mike, and it was great, and it's been great since. And
I think Brandon did write. He wrote like a massive epic blog post, but I think maybe it was just got deleted somehow. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he did write
it. Sorry, but that was my bad. I don't know. I think that was during the time when things were a bit like stressful for us on the business side of things. So yeah,
I remember that. Well, right after that, we had. I'm sure everyone's. Oh, what's my job? My job is game developer. I think that's the.
He's professional
joke
MC.
writer.
Yeah. But I try and wear a few hats if I can, to help out, because we're a small, Chaos Slug came out. Let me just spell chaos.
That was in May, was it?
Yes. Well, as far as my timekeeping says, it might have been earlier.
Oh, small gems.
But that was super exciting. I'm sure it was very cool to see like a ship release for me.
Was Chaos Slug our first Chaos related thing, or did we have the Chaos Sub before that?
Don't remember.
BPF.
Yeah, the Chaos Sub was part of the season, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, you know what? One thing we forgot to mention. There was a big update that Mike did in terms of improving the gameplay, like the turn,
yeah.
the system that I don't know what you call it, like the way the turns work.
Game
Like that
logic
was a
stuff,
massive
yeah.
thing. Game logic
Yeah.
stuff, yeah. That enables Chaos Slug. I believe. Like now you can do a lot of reactive actions and like things can happen in between your within your turn.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that we want to do more, which
It's
is
all
not
good
just
stuff.
you attacking, but also like stuff happening once you use the ability or once the attack happened. And that could be like a chain reaction, like the Skull Island. You know how like you can
Okay.
have a massive turn from some of the reactive attacks responses.
Yeah. That was a big change under the hood.
And after the Slug was released, something that I think was very close to your heart, Brandon, was the all the origin stories that were posted.
Yeah. So I don't actually remember how it came about, but someone posted how they found Battle Tabs. Who was the first one? I don't remember who was the first one. Like wrote a massive paragraph about like how they found Battle Tabs and then what circumstance, how they, was it in the school, was it through a friend, and then it just became a thing where quite a few people started writing their own origin stories, and it was very I think it was very timely in a way that we were, as a company, we were going through some difficult times, and it was really nice to see like the stories behind you guys, like the story behind the community, and remember that it's BattleTap is more than this thing that we're making. It has impacts to the players, and some really lovely stories that we've really enjoyed. So yeah, I really love that, and I think I've saved screenshots of all the stories that was written just so I can revisit every week.
Read himself. Reads the reason before he goes to bed every night. Makes him feel happy, doesn't it, Brandon? He just warms a little piece of your heart when you're feeling sad. It's like looking at a picture of a kitten. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, better than took pictures of my kids, because that's usually like rage inducing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Brandon opens his wallet, instead of pictures of the kids, he's just got like origin stories just in there. So
Yeah, so it's Catamaran's origin story just in there. No, but like it really was like, it just it makes us feel like, oh yeah, we got to keep doing what we're doing, because this is it's good.
it's real, doesn't it? It makes it
Getting
real.
tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make it real.
I think even when I joined in, Sophie, I think you might have felt the same, but like seeing the community when we joined was like, it was really exciting to be like making something for the community, because it was just really, really cool. And just to segue onto more community coolness was the Sea Monster fan art.
This one isn't it?
Segues, yes. We're all writing segues.
Yeah, I was gonna share my screen so we can revisit maybe some of this.
I'm sharing my
See
screen
if
right
this
now.
works.
Okay,
Oh, right, great.
Are you sharing your screen, Brandon, or do you want to, or do you want me to?
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yep, I'm sharing now. So can you guys see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got Sunset Sea Monster, you got a Monan's voxel art one, beautiful. Coda Bones one, this is fine. Brilliant. Comic. What happened to all those comics? That guy, who was it making the comics? Yeah, was it Lebo who was making them all? I thought it was somebody else who was making all the comics. Fantastic. What happened to all those?
There were a few people. There were like a few people making comics. Yeah, Lebo was I used to make quite a few, and then there was another guy.
Oh, it's episode like 6 or something, and then stopped. Yeah, we should keep those somewhere. I like those.
Maybe that could be a resurgence.
Oh well. Come and go. But yeah, that was cool.
And something else that was.
I like how.
Yep. Sorry, Brandon. Keep going.
Oh no, I was just going to say I like how like different styles we saw. So not just like here's the sea monster, but different like battle scenes or different art style. So that was all very, very cool.
Here's a heap more. Sorry, I was on the wrong page. All these ones.
Oh, cool.
I love it. There's tons of them.
And something else that is very, very cool was not long after that in August, we partnered with Fractal for a tournament, and we started releasing the Battle Tabs cards, or at least talking about them.
Those cards. Nice and shiny.
Yeah. So as many of you know, this was something that we've been designing for a while, and we're still in the process of designing our first couple of packs of cards that's going to come out next year. And I think we found Fractal to be a very good partner in that they sort of help us handle a lot of the stuff on the technical side of things for the collectibles. And also the tournament is quite exciting as well. They handle how the tournament was run, and we're looking to do more tournaments. So yeah, I thought that was a success.
Stay tuned. I think we've got some important news on that regard as part of this discussion, don't we, Jamie? Yeah.
We certainly do. Yes.
Some exciting things happening there. But yeah, so just today, so Sophie has been working on the new set of cards, and just today she showed me some of the stuff that she's been working on. I can't share it just yet because it's still a bit early, but it's looking, these new cards are going to be beautiful. Can't leak it just yet because it's still brand new. It's a little bit raw, so.
And speaking of Sophie, not long after that, Sophie joined.
Yay!
Again, Brandon is
Your
writing a big long blog post.
Yeah, my blog post, Brandon.
Yeah, I should do a better job with this. Someone else should probably help me with this. Yeah, but it was a massive help. I think we have been like trying to find additional art help for a while, and it's just great that we got Sophie now to help out, and the stuff that she's able to help with has been just great. Like without her, we wouldn't have been able to do the 3D transition and some of the newer stuff that's coming in. So yeah, thanks for joining.
Thank you. I've had a lot of fun.
Speaking of art, not long after that, the Valkyrie set sail, designed by, the ability designed by our very own BPF.
Yeah. Valk, best ship in the game. Best ship in the game. I agree. So we did when I went back to England and I was sat with Brandon, we did one of these community calls, far less professional than this one, Jamie. We could have done with you organising that one. But and we went through a whole heap of suggestions, which was another one of these bounties, tying back into the bounties. Was another bounty which was to design the ability for the Valkyrie, and we went through loads of them. And one thing that stood out was the tying into the thematic nature of the Valkyrie itself. So the Valkyrie is she's like some god, Norse god or something, and her job is to guide fallen soldiers to their place in Valhalla or something like that. I think the mythology is. So if there was some way that we could sort of tie into the sort of like death cycle of ships, and so there was a few abilities that we came across that did that. And the best one that we liked on our short 1 hour call was one that was actually made by BPF. So yeah, it was attack twice for each ship on your side that is destroyed, attack one more time. So it ties into that number of ships destroyed aspect that we enjoyed. So yes, very good. Best ship in the game, definitely.
It was great to see to do this. I think maybe we'll try to do more things in a similar style. I think because it kind of showed us that how creative and thoughtful the community is. Like some of the abilities are just really well thought out, and tying everything together. And yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I reckon we should
I often
definitely do it
think that
again. But I think maybe we should be
Yeah.
maybe hide who made the ability in the future, or somehow like go through the list a little bit more fairly next time, maybe because there was just too many submissions, and we just like, oh Jesus, there's like a billion submissions. We didn't. I don't think we managed to get through.
So
them,
I think it was like
unfortunately.
an hour or an hour and a half or something that when we did it. When
It was
we
fun,
reviewed
though.
it, and we didn't even go through the whole thing.
No,
It was fun, yeah.
it was really good fun because it made us really think about like ways that we could design the ships. So it was good.
Yeah.
And after that very exciting ship release, we had something else that was very exciting, particularly I think for us internally was very, very cool, was Bandai Namco joining as an investor, which is
Yay.
super cool.
So yeah, so this had been in the works for many months, and we always thought, oh, there's no way. Like, how is it actually going to happen? But the great thing about Bandai Namco is they share a lot of the same ideals and the same vision that we have in terms of, especially on like building a brand and the importance of fans and communities. And they just been like a great partner. And I'm really excited that now they're part of the team in a way. And we talk to them quite often. And yeah. So I think hopefully this leads to greater things soon for the community, for the players.
Yeah, and I think having a close partnership with a large publisher like this, and this is their first foray into small Web3 games. So hopefully we can, in the future, build a partnership and maybe have some other IP in the game later, which would be very beneficial to us and to the players, I think. So yeah, we shall see what happens. Stay tuned. 2023 is going to be big.
And closing. So was that Bryn?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Right. Closing out the year, we had the Pixel Art Contest as well in November. Last month. Yes, last month. Which was also
this was great. Like again, it's just like I was amazed at how different some of these can be, and like very creative stuff. I think there's even one that's made in Roblox because not everyone has the skills to do pixel art, but I love the effort. I love the GIFs that's made, and Goldfish stuff was great. Just like lots of really good stuff. So yeah, definitely it'll be great to turn. I think this will work great for the chess thing. Oh, and a time lapse.
I haven't seen this. Pretty cool. Oh, it's got music. You've got music. My God.
I think that's something you said was very cool, didn't you, Sophie? When the other meeting, seeing the time lapse stuff.
Yeah, I watched all of those time lapses, and they're all very cool. It's
I
awesome
didn't realize
seeing.
them. Huh. Missed all these.
You know, it takes time, but seeing it sped up, it makes it look so much easier than it is.
Yeah.
I think he said he spent like 2 hours on each one of these at least, which wouldn't surprise me because it's a lot of details, and yeah, I love it.
And
That's
the
pretty good.
final thing to reflect on is the 3D release, which was just last week, which was a very big and exciting thing for us.
So new, I haven't written a blog post for it yet. Now there's Brandon.
We do have a blog post.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. It's about the community call, but we talked about the 3D coming. Community call Battle Tabs 3D, right there.
Nice. I'll have to do a blog post soon.
And looking back on this past year, Brandon and Mike, how do you feel about it? Like, it's a pretty big year when we look back at it, and quite a few big, like, these are just cherry picked moments, but a lot of things happened.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happened behind the scenes as well. It's been a very stressful year for lots of different reasons, hasn't it, Brandon? So it's been tough. But it's also been the year that we finally have managed to take on some full-time staff and help out. We're coming up to 3 years working on Battle Tabs now, and it's mostly been just you and me, Brandon, most of the time. So it's been fantastic having Jamie and Sophie and Andreas now and Jeff helping out. It just feels like we're finally starting to accelerate our growth, and Battle Tabs can finally reach the potential that I think it's had for quite a long time. It's just not being able to get there because I'm just too slow. I just write too many bugs. But yeah, I'm just super excited for what we're going to do in 2023. So when we do this again in the end of the year next year, Jamie, I'm holding you to this. We're going to do it. I'm hoping that we'll have so much stuff that we'll have to fit this into 2 calls because there'll be so much stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I think it's definitely been a year of a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And I gotta thank Mike for sticking it out because there are very tough times, and this is we don't really talk about it with the community, but it's making a game is hard, doing a startup is hard, and being parents is hard, and we have sort of the perfect storm of everything happening all at the same time. But I'm glad that we came out. I think we came out stronger. We came out better. And if we look at, sometimes we forget how much we've done in a year, and it's great to do sort of this review and then just remember, oh, we've done that. The game's gotten so much further than it had, a year ago. It was a year ago. So yeah, I think it's definitely something that we'll remember for a very long time. And also, I think we're happy with where the game is at the moment, and it's also set up for even more exciting stuff for the future, both in terms of the systems in place, but also in terms of the team, the people that we're getting involved now with people that I forgot to mention on the blog posts, and potentially more people joining. So yeah, so that's it's been good, I think I would say.
And I think that leads us nicely into our question time. So I did mention, I think when I posted to the dev channel, if you have any questions, please let us know. And Infinity answered the call with many hefty but good questions. So I'll just go through the first one. And I think this will probably be more a Brain and Mike one. Where do we see or expect to see Gangbusters and or Battle Tabs within the next 10 years? What major updates should be expected?
Well, World of Warcraft is just come out with its 9th update, and it's an 18-year-old game. So if we can get to 13 years old, then I will be very impressed. Not impressed, I'll be very happy, is the correct word. So where are we in 10 years' time? God, it's a almost impossible question. I would love to be at the scale that World of Warcraft is, and such a well-known, recognized brand that we can span like just generations. You know what I mean? You can literally grow up playing Battle Tabs, have a child, and they play Battle Tabs. You know, and you can play together. That would be incredible, wouldn't it? Like, yeah.
That's very true. Yeah. So, World of Battle Tabs confirmed. MMORPG coming out, next. No, but I agree with Mike. I think we always sort of see Battle Tabs as something that we see the potential of it becoming a major entertainment brand. I think be it the art style, the unique gameplay, and the way we are sort of in a way pioneering of building this together with you all. So in 10 years' time, who knows? That could be, we want to be a household name, and I think 10 years is long enough time for us to get there.
That's very exciting. I think, Brandon, you've always mentioned, or I can't remember Brandon or Mike, but you always wanted to do like a Gangbusters con or a Battle Tabs con.
Yes.
That would be
yeah.
Very
So
good.
we look at BlizzCon, which is like the conference for Blizzard, and it's just it's so cool. And I used to go to PAX in Seattle, and it's always really fun to just see players, cosplays, events, and like really good energy. So yeah, it would be really cool if we can do that.
I expect to see someone cosplaying as Coracle at that event.
Yes, yeah.
We'll never get
Coracle.
old.
All right, so I see Fertrim, you posted that question. I think we'll get that one just after this one, which I think they tie in quite well. So the next one is, what does the development team have planned for the Discord or wider community? Can we expect special events for special dates?
We definitely do want to do more event-based updates. You'll find out in a minute. We've got a big event update coming. Can you guess what it is? But I think we would love to do more event-based things. They're great because they obviously fun. They tie into like a cultural just zeitgeist. They are also great for monetization as well, because people just like to be surrounded by that stuff whenever it's in the event. We just need to build a proper system in the game. I was chatting to Jamie about that just the other day. Currently, what we're doing right now is just like manually updating and replacing bits and pieces, and it's not a great thing. So we need to spend a little bit of time to build a proper system that will allow us to like replace bits, but not have to delete stuff to replace it. If that makes sense. So yes, definitely would love to do more with that. Again, it's just another one of those resource questions. When do we do it? Is it more important than other things? That kind of stuff. So, yeah.
And speaking of community events, what are our thoughts on Clan Wars? Fertrim said it's on hold, but BPF and I are working hard on it, and hopefully we'll release it at the end of the month.
So yeah, this is something that I forgot to mention. Like the whole clan I can't say the word wars sort of project is awesome in my opinion. Like clans is something that we wanted to do in the game for a very long time, and when we saw like these sort of informal clans being formed in the community, we just thought, oh, that's pretty cool that we can actually do this on Discord, and then it can be something that's the community helps with creating, and I think there are a lot of big ideas behind how that could work and how that ties into the stories and a bunch of things. And yeah, so I think it's great. And I know for a few times I was like following up, where are we with this, and like getting impatient. But I'm sure you guys have it planned or in the process of planning it. But yeah, I think it's great, and depending on how it goes, we might start to think about like how do we or if we want to integrate that into the game itself. But I think having it almost as a prototype that's run on Discord is a great idea.
Okay. Another one is should we expect major changes in any part of the game or externally? Should we expect any partnerships, collaborations, and what social media platform do we plan to expand on?
I don't think there's any major changes to the game other than obviously we've been working on the mobile version, so you might start to see some UI changes because we want to make sure that the game works well on mobile. Partnership is something that we always continue to work on. So you'll start to see the game popping up in more places, and maybe more tournaments being created or hosted by other partners. And then social media platform, I still want to do more with video, so like YouTube, maybe TikTok, but it's like a resource issue. We don't really have anyone managing social media, so yeah, but YouTube is a big one in my opinion for us.
Okay. As a team, do you see the community as a major aspect of the game?
Yeah, I think
we all agree. Yeah.
It's yeah. I think without the community, we might not even continue to be here. Like this game we might have moved on to some other things a long time ago. But the community has shown. Oh, sorry, Mike, your call is heard. Anyways, the community is a huge part of this. I think we started out battle tabs. We started working on battle tabs as sort of a casually competitive game, but the community has shown us that there can be much more than this. Like the whole, the stuff that you guys have created, encourages us to see beyond the little thing that we were working on. So yeah, it's a major part of it, and we want to make it an even bigger part of what we're doing. So more to come.
I think also we've said it before, we'll say it again, but one of the main reasons that I particularly wake up in the morning and decide this is what I'm going to do with my day today is because of you guys and the community. It's really exciting to have that connection. It's you can work on a lot of different projects. You could probably make more money, working on a banking system. You can make more money, working on some very specific part of some healthcare application or something. But you don't have that connection that you do with your users of the application that you do with gaming. It's a very rewarding feedback loop from making something and then pushing it and then seeing people enjoy it, or not enjoy it, like very quickly. It's a very, very rewarding feedback loop that's just wouldn't get without you guys and without Discord. And yeah, it's awesome. Everything's awesome. I love it.
And speaking of awesome things, should we expect any releases of any more games from Gangbusters? If so, will the current team work on that, or will we have a separate team?
Right.
Should meet new games from ganglisters. Okay, so yeah, actually for games, I think we're at least for the next 12 months to 18 months. I would say we're very much focused on just battle tabs. We do obviously with Treasure Sandbox as well. Have we talked about that officially yet? I don't know. We have Treasure Sandbox, which is
Not sure.
our cards experience. Can we share that link? Should we share the link?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We can share the
So,
link.
I'm not sure you've seen it. So if you go to treasuresandbox.xyz, it's the project that Jamie was working on for several months. It is our blockchain connected application. So we've got big plans for that, and we've actually just been talking about that recently. But the idea is that this is going to be the place that you collect your cards, gather your cards, open the card packs, do crafting, and all that kind of stuff inside of here. And so the first step in that is this Explorer, this blockchain Explorer for it. So it's a 3D Unity experience. So you have your wallet, and you can move that around. You can open up your wallet, and you can see your NFTs in here. You can inspect them, have a look at it, like this. We should probably do a whole community talk on this, just this, but and then you can send them to the table, and then you can move your cards around, and you can flip them over, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a very cool, nice tactile experience for viewing your NFTs and interacting with them. But obviously, we've got much bigger plans for this. So we're going to have like collection books, and we're going to have like a shop, and we're going to have like decorations and adornments for the scene that you're in, and lots of stuff that we've got planned, and we're excited to bring to the space. The idea is that this could also be cross game and cross chain, so other games can bring their NFTs into the same experience, so you can collect cards and NFTs from other games within the same experience. So that's the dream for this. I'm listening to the music as well. The awesome piratey background music. Brilliant. So feel free to check it out. Treasure Sandbox XYZ is a fantastic project. But other than Battle Tabs and Treasure Sandbox, we have got no other current games planned on the horizon. So maybe chess.
Yeah.
And Mike, could you do the honor of starting to prepare a little update?
Certainly can.
While I ask a final question.
We shall do our merge.
So while Mike is prepping that for release, I've just got one extra question, and that's more to the community. That's to everyone here. It's what do you want out of these community calls? Do you want more about the development process? Do you want more just Q&A? Or do you want to do things that are more interactive? Do you want to, maybe we all play a game together? Or, we could do battle tabs. We could do something else. Is there anything that leaks? Yeah, I'm sure we'll always do like a little leak here and there. And surprises. Yes, surprises would be cool. Playing games together. Leak stuff in Battle Club. I think we've been leaking stuff in Battle Club, but maybe not as much just recently. We leaked a lot of the 3D stuff. If you're in Battle Club, you definitely got a lot of 3D leaks. Also, when we put the recorded version of this up, I'll also pose that question so we can get anyone who's watching the recording later as well get their thoughts.
And we look back on this in a year's time, and we can admire how young we looked and how far we've come. We no longer have silly red hats. We've got golden hats because it was so successful.
That's right. It'll be a mansion behind you, Mike.
Yes. Well, are we talking about? We talked about the past, but have we talked about what's coming up yet? Or
we have not. Do we want to do that now, or should we?
No,
We can
no,
start doing that now and then jump to the update.
Yeah,
So-
it's still going. Yeah.
Battle tabs in 2023.
Oh.
Brandon, I think you started adding some stuff to this. Did you want to?
Right. So I think the first thing we've talked about this before is the mobile apps. So actually, can I show this to people? Maybe. Let's see. So this is my phone, and you can see a little something there. Yeah, there's a cork on my phone, and that. It's kind of tags on my phone.
Keep going invisible.
So there we go. So obviously this is just a very early build, but we're definitely working on this thing. It's very exciting to see it as a native app running on the phone. There's still a ton of work to be done, but that's a massive thing that we're working on. And then the second thing is the collectible cards, the trading cards that's coming in. That will probably come in sooner. And the idea behind that is we want to start just getting these out, see how you guys use it, see how we can integrate it with what you're doing, tournaments or side projects or whatever, and then sort of continuing this like developing both at the same time. And then with the collectible cards being more iterative, like we'll be more responsive, like seeing what you're doing and then responding to that. And then the big question for me is always how do we get the community even more involved? I think be it designing, balancing, or even different kinds of activities that we can come up with. So these are the sort of big topics for us for the next year.
And I'm sure as we go in the next year, we'll be telling you all about it as we go, as we try and engage with everyone as much as we can. And what we might do is, while we're just waiting on that update, we'll just move to shuffle over to the community corner. It's just to the side of the room. We'll just sidle over there. And in this corner, we will just discuss or just highlight some cool things that we saw throughout, I think, either in the past little while or in the past year. And something that I thought was super cool was, I think we've already touched on it, is Moen's Battle Soup. I thought that was super awesome. I was really blown away by the efforts of Moen and how cool and polished it was. And another thing I thought was super cool was from the beginning of the year was the Raph sketch. I think that was featured at the beginning of the year in the fan art thing. But those are two things that I just thought were super, super cool. And I just want to give a shout out to. And Sophie, I think you had something.
Moen's an absolute legend. It's unbelievable, what he was capable of.
Yeah. I also wanted to comment on Moen's just the voxel art design, all so cool and so aesthetic, and I love it, and how it inspired a few other people to make some voxel art, like Virtual Roses of the Dark Order and Leapboat made some cool voxel stuff in Magicka Voxel.
Does it mean actually
based on the ships?
Does it mean that Moen actually did 3D before we did? Oh no.
Yeah,
No sync.
you're right.
And I also wanted to comment on Shadow Pirates 3D Nessie, which was super cool because that wasn't even in Magicka Voxel. I'm not sure what he used to make it, but it was very cool.
We should hire Moen. Is he available? Could do.
Which one was the 3D Nessie now? I'm trying to remember.
It should be a link there in the secret document.
Okay, anyways, I'll find it, but yeah.
Almost there. Another minute or so. Should be live.
Do you want to quickly, is there anything, Brandon or Mike, that comes to your mind all of a sudden in a quick fire round that you want to highlight from the community?
So many things. Mike, have you got?
What have I got? That looks like the server's rebooting, so it should be live very soon. And that'll allow me to think. Wait for the server's reboot. Let's think. What are any specific things? Yeah, Monan's things was awesome. If I know we probably shouldn't single out individual people, but we added Infinity as a mod, and he's been super duper helpful. So I think did Infinity join the game this year, or was it before this year? But either way, he joined as a mod this year, and it's been super awesome to have him on board. He's been very helpful with everything, so that's been great. Having the test server, I don't know whether we started doing that this year, but that's been very, very useful as well to help with smashing bugs. Hey, we're live. Okay, right. Sure. Stop waffling, Ken. Let's have a look at the cool stuff.
Hey, so this is a new update.
Yeah. Oh. It's because I haven't changed the background. Default background. Let's go.
And the music, Mike.
Oh, the music.
I don't. Who can hear Mike's music?
Oh,
Yeah, you can't hear
well,
my
Yeah,
music.
I can't
Trust
hear
me,
this.
it's awesome. Yo. And we also have. Who's this dude? Whoa! Check him out.
Santico.
Santico. Okay, have a look. Where is he? Yeah, we have a look in the replay. Maybe you can see him. There he is. Check him out.
Hey,
Yeah.
there we go. Some
Massive,
singing.
awesome
The
thanks to
rock.
Jamie. This is all Jamie and Sophie's hard work. This is so. Big thanks goes
Well,
to those
Mike,
guys for smashing this out.
Oh, thank you. I did get some help from Mike, as inevitably, of course, we would. But yeah,
it's
it's been
fantastic.
really cool.
Expect more of this stuff in the future as well, because now that we've gone 3D, doing this stuff is actually not that technically difficult. And like this, what we're saying, there's more stuff we could do around with the lighting and all that kind of stuff in the future. You know, we could have day-night cycles, and for example, you know, we could do a lot more with the lighting. Like we could have different filters and all that kind of stuff as well. So.
And
A little
Brandon,
detail on the. Just quickly, on the Santico, you have like little presents that he's carrying.
Oh, and also
Just
you'll
that.
notice that the cannonballs changed as well, which is cool. So
yeah,
I
just
didn't
before
know that.
Brandon,
Oh, did I know
sorry.
that? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Brandon, you've got another little two little exciting things. But just before that, I thought we'd just quickly talk about the 3D update. So Sophie, the Santicle. Is there anything you want to say about that lovely little chap?
Oh, well, he was probably the first, I guess, more custom thing that I've made that isn't just switching something from the previous art. So it was quite fun, giving him his little Santa hat, all his little presents. He also, don't know if you can really see it in the stream, but he's got Christmas lights around the bottom of his coracle. And that was very fun.
Yes, virus bot, no looking, no cheating. Christmas bots.
And what I added the some of the stuff like the particle effects, which was again really easy to implement with 3D. We got the little snow cannonballs, now a snowball, and we've got a little cannonball trail. It was super fun to work on, and it's going to be really cool to do more of these kind of things. Like as people were asking about special events and special days and things like that, yeah, we want to do more things like this, and I think it's really cool. And Brandon, you've got some exciting little things to end on as well.
Yeah, so at the end of this month, we are doing another tournament with Fractal, and they have selected, I believe, 6 games. 6 of their most popular games are Fractal, and we're one of them. And we're doing a tournament, and they're sponsoring the tournament with $1,600. Is that right? $1,600 in prizes. And this time it's not random, it's going to be based on your ratings. So so more details will come in the coming days. They're finalizing the sort of announcement. But I think this is going to be very exciting. And obviously we have to be prepared for, just for the team, we want to be prepared for potentially having a lot of people playing during that time. But yeah, you guys heard it first here, so that's going to be fun. And yeah, you can use it Centacle for this tournament as well.
Centacle, yeah.
Win some money.
$1,600 cash prizes, cash money.
Yeah.
That'll buy a lot of
This
presents.
is the biggest tournament sort of prize wise, the biggest one we've done. We're not doing it, but like we're involved in. So yeah, that's going to be very cool.
There's a link. I think Victoria sent us a link somewhere. But I'm trying to find it.
They had a link, but they haven't like made public, so I don't know if we want to share yet. But I'll make an in-game announcement once that's public.
Cool. So that's on the what date was that? Did they announce the date, or would I talk about the date?
It's from the 24th for 7 days, I believe.
Okay, so
I'll double, but it's from the it's over the
Christmas Eve. All right, so you could get a very nice New Year's Day present then. Cash money prizes.
Yeah, possibly. Can we play?
Probably not. I think there might be some conflict.
We're not.
And Brandon, if you're a
cool.
Fractal...
Oh, yes. Also, forgot to mention in this update. Yes, thank you, Jamie. Yes, if you're a Fractal holder, there is now a special Fractal flake holder thing down here. And also there is a new hat. Where is it? Yeah, Fractal. Oops, where's the Fractal hat? Oh, there it is. Fractal hat. So if you hold a Fractal flake, which I do on my other account, that's why I haven't got it on here. But if you hold it on your other account, then you could get a special hat, a special medal, and a special emote. So in the game, there's a special new emote for Fractal flake holders. Where are we? Fractal. There it is. Oh, you can still use it even if you haven't got Fractal. Nice. Nice plug there. Then you didn't see that, guys.
I think that in a tournament you can also win Fractal flake. So if you haven't got it, there's a chance for you to get it. So you can get all these nice cosmetics items.
And to get it, you need. Sorry, I forgot to mention. To get it, you need to link to Fractal again. So if it says expired, just link again. A new authentication thing, by the way, as well. So link, and then it will check your wallet at that point once you've linked.
So to get this, you need to hold one of the Fractal Flake NFTs, I believe.
Which look like...
And they have something like 10,000 of these, I think.
Got 10,000 of them.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
Yeah. Awesome. I think that's a very exciting note to end our call on. I think it's been great. I think it's been really, really fun to recap the year with everyone. And I think, happy holidays to everyone and stay safe. Is there anything anyone else wants to say before we head out for the year?
Australia wearing wintry hats is bloody stupid because it's so hot here. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah. We should just wear.
Appreciate the
Actually, I do
effort.
have some Christmas boxes, but I don't think you guys want to see me just wear those, do you?
No,
that's
not
all I gotta
unless if
say.
you hold the seed NFT card. Great. Well, yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. It's been a fun year, and we look forward to more stuff coming next year. Especially, I'm very excited about Battle Tabs chat. So I'll be spending some more time on that for sure.
And we'll see, well, you will see all our lovely faces in February of next year. So stay safe. Happy holidays, everyone. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.